Dread it. Run from it. In the end, destiny still arrives. Oh, Avengers Infinity War. You're the first Marvel movie that has actually shocked me. Like, this movie was awesome. Just shutting that door because that's annoying. I don't want to hear that. I want to talk about this movie. And I'll be talking spoilers, important plot points, the ending, which, fucking hell, the ending. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for the next one. I really can't. Even though I can kind of see how it's gonna play out. I already kind of can figure out what's going on. The after credits scene was fucking brilliant though. Amazing, and I know I'm swearing a lot. Sorry. I'm just so excited. But I wait 10 years for this film. And it's here. And it did not disappoint. Not at all. First of all, let's talk about the opening scene. Thanos' Black Order has found Thor's ship at the end of Thor Ragnarok, the end credit scene, and decimated everyone. And he's about to kill Thor, where Loki's like, yes, you have the upper hand, but we have a Hulk. Hulk just comes out, punches Thanos. There's this really cool but really quick fight. Hulk becomes really scared of Thanos once he realizes, oh shit, this guy's stronger than me. Fucking run. And he's almost beaten to a pulp. Till Heimdall, takes him straight to Earth through Rainbow Bridge, which is stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You directed him straight to where the other stones are. None of the rest of the movie would have happened if he didn't do that. Seriously. Oh, but man, the next bit. So Loki has the Tesseract, which is one of the Infinity Stones, and he's giving it to Thor, or to Thanos, in exchange for his brother's life. And Loki's about to double cross Thanos, about to stab him in the chin. He gets stopped, then gets his neck snapped. First death, actually second. Heimdall died before, but there wasn't really much fanfare there. I was kind of like, already? You're killing people off already? And if there's one problem that I did have, they killed off so many people so quickly. And it just happened one after one after one after one after one, and you couldn't really. The movie didn't really allow you to feel any emotion for the characters that died. I mean, there are a few. Fucking when Spider-Man dies, oh my god. Oh, he's like hugging Tony Stark, and he's like, no, I don't want to die. I was in shock. I was at the edge of my seat. I was like, oh shit. So who's gonna die? They got Black Panther. They fucking got Winter Soldier. Vision obviously dies. Most of the Guardians are gone by the end of this film. Apart from Rocket. Rocket's the only one that survives. That means both of these people behind me, both of these characters behind me, they're gone. They're dead by the end of this film. They're probably going to have some kind of Deus Ex Machina in the next one where everyone gets brought back to life. Probably the Time Stone again. There's going to be like Doctor Strange, who somehow comes back to life in the next film. Yeah, he died as well. Somehow he's going to come back to life, and he's going to be like, Thanos, I've come to bargain. I hope they don't do that again, because that annoyed the ever-living daylights out of me and Doctor Strange. But it would also be funny to see just, Thanos, I've come to bargain. And then Thanos just being like, no, go away. That'd just be great. Yeah, I told you there were going to be spoilers. I pretty much just spoiled the whole film. But yeah, I loved it. I loved every second of it. Thanos himself, his motivation, the motivation behind Thanos is he wants balance, and he sees the only way to get balance is to kill off half of the residents of every planet, so to wipe out half of the universe. And in doing so, he sees that will bring order and balance to the world, and it kind of makes sense in a way. And you kind of almost end up rooting for him in a way, because he seems so the way the MCU is handling Thanos, and he doesn't just, it's not just a one and done. There's definitely a lead up to the next one. Thanos isn't beaten at the end of the film. He wins at the end of the film. I find it funny how there's just been a story arc in the comics called Thanos Wins, and now there's a movie where Thanos wins. Yeah, but it's obviously meant to be a two-parter. It's obvious, because the end of this film, all the heroes, it doesn't end well for the heroes. Like, half of them are wiped. It's basically Marvel saying, look, let's go back to basics. You like all the original Avengers, and you like the new characters that we introduced. You think the new characters that we introduced are cooler than the characters that we didn't have originally. We're wiping them out. We're wiping out the second wave. Apart from Ant-Man and Hawkeye aren't in this. And it makes sense for the reasoning that they give. And also, what's Hawkeye gonna fucking do? Really? Like, I get everyone else, but Hawkeye. Fucking Hawkeye. And Tony Stark gets stabbed in the stomach. Gets stabbed right through the stomach. Still alive. Still alive at the end of the film. How the Jesus is he still alive at the end of the film? I don't know. Somehow Steve Rogers manages to, like, hold Thanos' like Infinity Gauntlet wielding hand for mere seconds, but still, how? What? I know, like, someone's gonna say, well, he's got the juice inside of him that powers the Hulk, but the Hulk got beaten by Thanos at the start of the film. Like, seriously, Thanos made a joke out of Hulk at the start of the film. And yet, you're trying to tell me that Star-Lord and Tony Stark are gonna be some sort of match for him? Even with this new suit that Tony Stark has, the bleeding edge armor. Like, it looks cool and it does a lot of cool stuff in the movie. But yeah, it's nothing compared to Thanos. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have to question. Like, the after credits scene sees Samuel Jackson and Maria Hill, Nick Fury and Maria Hill, get whisked away. They're presumed dead in this after credits scene as well. And the dialy phone that what's his face has, Nick Fury has. He is sending a message to Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and then I hear someone in the back behind me go, "What's that supposed to mean?" I'm like, "No, get out, get out, get out." This is the kind of thing that annoys me, because I watched PewDiePie's video on why he doesn't like Marvel movies, and I agreed with every point that he made, and this movie addresses almost every point that he made. Like, the generic like superhero movie formula is there's a good guy, a bad guy, and it's clear who the good guy and bad guy are, and then they fight. But there are some films that address there's some superhero films that address the moral standpoint and the morals of the superheroes. This one addresses the morals of the supervillain. And yeah, there is an abundance of CGI, but that can't be avoided when you're dealing with a movie of this scale. But yeah, you can't really say that this film is black and white and that Thanos is black and white, because he's not. He's the most interesting villain that Marvel has had. He blows Loki out of the water. Like, he makes Loki look like Malekith in Thor 2. He makes the Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming look like the Rhino in Spider-Man in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like, he really is, like, really... You end up almost rooting for him at the end of the film. And it does seem like he goes through the most character development. He's gone through more character development in this film than Tony Stark has done in all three of his films. And, like, wow. From a guy from the guy that I used to laugh at because he didn't really do anything, like in the last few movies, where he's kind of just, he's turning his head, he's sat on a chair, he's put on a glove. Here he wipes out half of the universe, and they're like, wow, this guy's a big deal. The other thing that I like, it feels like you're watching a story arc or a big event from the comics unfold on the big screen. It does definitely feel like this is really life and death. It does feel like there's actual stakes. Because in the other movies, it's kind of felt like, oh, here's your bad guy. He only wants to kill the good guy, and maybe there's some other. Maybe he might be a mass murderer. Maybe he might be a psychopath. But it's never like everyone is at stake, because it's half of the planet, but we don't know what half. It could be just half, but the whole half that they wipe out are the heroes, and they just leave the crime bosses and the criminals and everything else. Because that's where the main villain Thanos' logic kind of goes out. Because he wants to make balance, and he wants balance, but he doesn't. At the beginning, when he goes on his like genocidal rampage, he picks out the people that he's going to kill, and he's like, no one's off the table. The rich, the powerful, the poor, women, children, all of them could die at any moment. And then by the end, it's just a snap of his fingers. He doesn't choose who dies and who lives. So that's kind of where it goes. Because at the beginning of the film and throughout the film, you kind of think, he's a villain, but he's doing what he perceives as being right, but he's doing it all the wrong way. He's trying to make everything better, or what he perceives as better, but he's going all about it in all the wrong way, and he's basically wiping out everyone. And yeah, Thanos is a really complex character in this. He's shown really, he's handled really well, but he's not handled as Thanos from the comics. He's handled as Thanos from the Infinity Gauntlet, where he does wipe out half of all life with a snap of his fingers. And it does very much feel like it's just driving off of that, because there's no mention of Lady Death. There's no mention that he wants to destroy every living thing, because that's exactly his motivation in the comics. And I guess if you did that, that would make him kind of like everyone else. That would make him a lot like everyone else. And they wanted to make Thanos their best villain, and they definitely succeeded. Blows everyone else out of the water. Definitely. It is really good to see everyone like joined together, everyone like working together. We don't have that big pan shot of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe at the moment, as it looks at the moment, because there's half of the superheroes on Titan, where Thanos is home, and there's the other half on Earth in Wakanda by the end of the film. And then again, at the end of the film, there's only 2 on Titan, and there's like 7 in Wakanda. I heard a lot of people saying that they really liked M'Baku at the end of Black Panther. I didn't really. I thought it was kind of annoying. He was cool at the start off, but he got a bit annoying but by the end. Kind of a reverse Shuri. I really liked Shuri in this, because there's a scene where, like, she is probably the most useful character here, but the whole point that she's in the film to fix Vision, and she doesn't really do that, but she does have this like one badass moment where she's trying to protect Vision. Lasts for about a second, but it's cool anyway while it lasts. Yeah, everyone, and when I say everyone, I mean everyone, gets their moment to shine. Everyone gets their moment to shine. Spider-Man's new suit is awesome. Iron Man's new suit is awesome. And I'm running out of time. I wanted to make this 20 minutes exactly. I wanted to make this like under 20 minutes. But yeah, I fucking love this movie, and I really, really can't wait to see what happens next. Really looking forward to Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I guess that's it. That's it. All I can say is it's a really good movie. If you haven't watched it, go out and watch it. And if you're still watching now and you haven't seen it, what the hell are you doing? I just spoiled the whole film for you. But anyway. Yeah. So that has been my review of Avengers Infinity War, with more spoilers than you can shake a stick at. Oh yeah, and speaking of shaking sticks, Stan Lee's cameo in this is awesome. Awesome. Really, like, top notch. I'll have another video out ASAP. Until then, to all I want, make sure you leave a like on this video, Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment. I've gone over 20 minutes. But yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. Subscribe. I will be back with another video ASAP. Until then, till all are one. Peace.